I just want you guys to know, there's no way that I'm gonna date a man that makes under 200K a year.
What? You looking like that, and you're not gonna date a man that makes under 200K a year? What man in their right mind wants you?
That don't even make no sense. I'm not trying to struggle. I can struggle by myself. Okay? Why would I want to struggle with a man?
Well, I guess you're going to be struggling by yourself.
Okay.
So if you're not making 200K, you can't date me. You trying to date me? I only date millionaires, baby. Like, you better get...
I know why you want a man that makes over 200 grand a year. So you can get your face fixed.
Right. Too many times you had it wrong. Don't be in my inbox. Working where? Where you work? That's the only question I got. Where you work?
First of all, the way you talk, you have no education. Where do you work?
Then I could decide.
Imagine walking down the street and you see a familiar face. And you're looking at this familiar face and you realize she's your ex. Yes, your ex. And when you look at her, you didn't recognize her, but she recognized you. The reason why she recognized you, because you look the same. You still got that six-pack. You still got that chest hanging out. You're still tall. You still wear nice clothes. But on the other hand, she looks completely different. Because remember, you did not recognize her because she looks bad. And I do mean bad. Imagine bumping into your ex and she looks worse. She looked nothing like she did before. Really? Stay to the end, because I have a story to tell you of me bumping into my ex. Coming up next. Digital platform. Let's get right to the chase. Imagine bumping into your ex and she looks nothing like she did before. Let me tell you a story. I was working at a department store, and working at this department store, you have to wear suits. You got to be dressed to the nines. And I remember exactly what I had on. Black pants, black shoes, a white shirt with a blue blazer. And the blue blazer had a lapel that was black that started here, around my neck, and ended here. It kind of like something you see on the Temptations. I was dressed to the nines with a blue tie, and the blue tie had some rust color in it. So the tie was multi-pattern. Remember, blue jacket, white shirt, black pants, black shoes. And back then, my hair was mad curly. Curlier than it is now. I was looking fly. And you know when you work at department stores, if you go to a department store, there's a lot of mirrors. So I couldn't help but looking at myself in the mirror because I was looking so damn fly. Next thing you know, my ex-parents came up to the location, and I haven't seen them in about a year. And I was actually happy to see them. We talked for a while, and it was nice seeing them. And next thing you know, they was on their way to do some more shopping. 30 minutes later, guess who walked up into the spot? You guessed it, my ex. She walked into the spot, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, hey, let's call her Carol. Carol, what's up? How you doing? Nice to see you. Now remember, I was looking fly. Black shoes, black slacks, white shirt, blue jacket with a black lapel going around, blue tie with the rust color, a little bit of rust in it. I was looking fly. Hair mad curly. I was looking so damn fly. Now, let me show you what she had on? She had on blue jeans, a regular top, and she gained so much weight. Women, I told you about your weight gain. Women, I told you about the foods and the stuff you put into your mouth. Be fit, be feminine, be friendly. She was feminine, she was friendly, but she wasn't fit. She gained so much weight. She must have been around the 200-pound mark, if not more. Remember, black pants, black shoes, white shirt, blue tie with a little bit of rust in it, and a nice blue jacket. And I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm looking back at her. I was so glad I was at work. I was so glad she caught me at work. I was so glad that I was the pretty one out the two. Let's give it a round of applause for pretty. Nothing wrong with being pretty. Muhammad Ali said he was pretty. And I'm looking at her like, whoa. One thing, women, you gotta realize, you never know who you're gonna bump into. Men, one thing you have to realize, men, you never know who you're gonna bump into. Watch what you look like when you walk out the house. Be careful what you wear. Men, I'm not saying you should be dressing like you're going to the Essence Awards, but look presentable. Don't look like you just crawled out of bed. Look presentable, because you never know, number one, who you might bump into. And say for argument's sake, you walk out the house and it's a movie producer. He wants you to put you into a movie. It could be a small part, but why would he put you into a movie if you look like you just crawled out of bed? Why would he put you into a movie if you look like hell? Unless it's a scary movie, but this is for everyone. Even if you're going outside to get a loaf of bread, milk for your coffee, I mean, you can put on a baseball cap, men, and put on some nice warm-ups or something like that, but look presentable. You never know who you're going to bump into. Say you bump into an old teacher. Say you bump into an old classmate. Or in this case, an ex, an old ex. And I'm looking at Carol, I almost said her name. I'm looking at Carol, and I'm like, damn, she looked bad. And we was talking and everything. Like I said, it was nice to see her again. And she was dating, at that time, this guy named, let's call him Jack. She was dating Jack. And they ended up getting married. To this day, they still married. So I remember watching Carol, and she had a coat, and it was wintertime. And she had a coat in front of her belly. And I kept saying, why does she have a coat in front of her belly? Like, she wouldn't stop holding her coat. Like, she didn't want me to see something. So the first thing that came to my mind was maybe she's pregnant with Jack's baby. But it ended up she wasn't pregnant. That was the weight gain that she had. That's the amount of weight that she gained over the time. Now, when I was with her, she wasn't a size 6. You know, black men like thick women anyway. And she was on the thick side, but a nice thick. Because she was tall. She was about 5'8". She, at the time when I first met her, was 139 pounds. So 5'8", 139, you have a nice, curvature to you. She had a big booty, thick legs. She was a thick girl, but a nice thick, a nice curvy thick. But you ever notice when women gain weight, instead of looking like this, they look like this? So remember I said she had a fat booty. But when you're gaining weight here, your booty actually becomes flat. So she turned around. She turned around and it was actually flat. It wasn't that booty, that badunkadunk that she had before. And I'm looking at her and I'm scratching my head and I'm like, yes! 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 Because it was a total difference between when I was going out with her and the way she looked then, or now, I should say. And my thing is this: men, That was the sweetest revenge. The sweetest revenge is looking your best. Like I said, you don't have to go out like you're going into an award show, but always look presentable because you never know who you're going to meet outside. Say you bump into an old classmate, and I have done this many times. I bump into an old classmate, and I'm looking at them, and they go, "Yo, T, what up?" And I'm looking as I don't recognize them, but they recognize me because I still look the same. I don't look like some old man. I don't look like some old fart. And sometimes I gotta like, well, who are you? And I hate to do that because it's kind of embarrassing. But sometimes I don't recognize the people that recognize me. Always look your best. I'm not saying you have to wear a suit and tie. I'm not saying you have to wear shoes and a collared shirt. You can wear a t-shirt, but look presentable. Because imagine bumping into somebody and you say, "Oh, guess what? I bumped into Roger, and Roger looked like hell." Or I bumped into Shaniqua, and Shaniqua, oh, she looks bad. Imagine saying something like that. Or imagine people talking about you because you don't look the same. Men, always look your best because you never know who you're going to bump into. And women, same thing. Women, one thing you should do, you should not wear makeup all the time if you don't want to. And guess what? That's cool. But it's two items that I feel women should carry with them at all times. Number one, eyeliner. Number two, lipstick. Eyeliner and a little bit of lipstick will go a long way if you're going out. Because once again, you never know who you're going to bump into. Ladies, gentlemen, who want an unfiltered analysis of videos just like this one, I want you to become a handsome maniac. Become a handsome maniac by hitting that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Don't forget, hit the bell for future notifications. That way you are notified when a video comes out each and every week. And guys, leave a comment in the comment section if you bump into your ex and tell me what she looked like. Did she look better? Did she look worse? Because sometimes I hear guys that bumped into their ex and they's like, "Damn, she was looking hot. She had a body like this and she was looking cute and this and that. Why did I break up with her?" Tell me if a situation like that happens. Also, let me know if you had a situation that was close to mine. You bumped into an ex and she looked worse and you was going, "Yes, yes, yes." You're watching Rewind.